Hey friends, welcome back to my channel for another pregnancy update. This week we're combining weeks 21 and 22 to let you guys know what I've been experiencing the past couple weeks. In case you guys are new, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Malori Mayer, and I am an American military wife living in Germany right now with my husband Mark and our dog Zoe, and I am pregnant with our first child, a baby boy. I'd love to tell you what his name is, but we are keeping it under wraps for the general public until he's born, or maybe right before if we do a fun name reveal video. And we're so excited to be parents already to this unborn baby, and just looking forward to the journey of parenthood that's ahead of us as well. So if you're new, I would love it if you would click that red subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. In addition to doing weekly pregnancy updates, or in the case of this video, bi-weekly pregnancy updates when life gets in the way, you know how that goes. I do videos about what it's like to live in Germany as an American here with the military. We've been here almost 2 years. We're actually getting ready to leave within the next couple of months. And yeah, I just love sharing about what it's like living in a foreign country. And as you can see, I'm a little bit dressed up today. We were just in Portugal for Labor Day weekend, for the long 4-day weekend that my husband had. And I bought this. This is a traditional Portuguese shawl, and I just love it. So, okay, so let's jump into weeks 21 and 22. So the reason why these 2 weeks are combined, I did plan on doing separate videos, but unfortunately last Wednesday, so the day I turned 21 weeks, my husband was admitted to the German hospital, and I'm not going to go and spread his health issues online or anything, but he's doing fine now. We still have to get to the bottom of why he's experiencing these sometimes very painful symptoms, but he was in the hospital last Wednesday and he had an overnight stay. And then the next evening we left for Portugal. And so I just did not have the time to sit down and film this video and edit it and get it up by Friday. So I thought I'm just going to combine weeks 21 and 22. So I know you guys understand. I appreciate that. Okay, so I think how I'll do it is I'll just do each category back to back. So just pay attention to what week I'm talking about. So let's do my weight first. So my weight for week 21 was 128.8 pounds. Now, the week before, I think I was 129. So I kind of didn't gain any. Now, I did take that weight right after I got up. So it might have been off, but basically I didn't gain any weight last week. Today, when I stepped on the scale for week 22, I was 132.8 pounds. So I am gaining weight. I was slightly worried at first. I was like, oh no, why haven't I gained any weight? But it's fine. Last week, I did not measure my belly, but for week 22 today, my belly is 37.5 inches. And I don't remember what it was 2 weeks ago, but I am definitely feeling bigger. All right, let's talk about baby development and baby size. So I love the apps Ovia and Bump apps for tracking baby and seeing how big the baby is. Last week for week 21, Ovia said that the baby was as big as a baby bok choy, which are super delicious, or an endive. That's what the Bump says. I've never ever bought an endive. I didn't buy either of those vegetables, again, because of the craziness, but I do have a concept of how big a baby bok choy is. And then for week 22, baby size is the size of an ear of corn, which is from Ovia. And the Bump says that the baby is the size of a coconut. I just went to the store trying to find an ear of corn, and I thought that I'd probably be able to find one because it's the end of summer, it's like corn season, but I couldn't find any. So instead I found a coconut. The apps are saying that he's up almost 11 inches, and this is definitely not 11 inches, and almost 1 pound. This is like 350 grams. So it's a little on the small side, but you know, maybe if he's really balled up, maybe he'd be around this size. But anyway, just think he's like a little bigger than this, which just is, wow. He's inside my stomach and this is amazing. He's growing so fast. So the next category is symptoms. So for week 21 and 22 are pretty similar as far as symptoms go. Both weeks, GI, gastrointestinal symptoms have ramped up so much gas. And to be a bit TMI, I mean, this is a pregnancy video, so you have to expect that some things are going to be TMI. Really smelly gas. I mean, I'm sorry, Mark, but I just have to let it out, and it's so uncomfortable and so disgusting sometimes. My body seems to especially be reacting to onions, which I tend to react anyway, but it's like on a whole new level. Even just a tiny bit gives me bad gas. And also egg whites, which is really funny because in my first trimester, eggs were one of the few protein, like complete protein sources that I could tolerate because I was having a very strong aversion to meat. And so I was kind of craving eggs and even the whites. And normally before pregnancy, I couldn't tolerate egg whites. They would give me gas. And then in the first trimester, I was able to eat them no problem, as long as I didn't overdo it. And then last week, in week 21, I tried having some eggs and I ate just a little bit of the whites, and then not too much longer after, I got some really bad gas. So I can't tolerate them anymore, and it's even worse than it was before. I also had some sharper gas pains in week 21, like upper stomach, and I've gotten that before a few weeks ago. It was probably from some lentils that I ate. Again, I tend to have problems with beans, legumes in general. And so it's like any food group, it seems, that has given me problems before pregnancy is now giving me problems again, but on a whole new level. So can't have onions, can't have egg whites, and can't have legumes. I'm not sure about chickpeas. Normally I'm pretty good with chickpeas, like hummus. In week 21, I also started having more aches and pains, like especially my hip area, like butt muscle from sleeping on my side. But I did get my pregnancy pillow, and I got this in week 21, so I'll show you guys. This is the Boppy side sleeper. I don't know if that's the official name, but it's a side sleeper pillow. And so this is what it looks like. And it looks kind of funny. It does not look like a typical pregnancy pillow. I did not want one of those massive ones. This was very affordable. It was $23.99 from eBay, brand new, but you can also find it on Amazon for a little bit more. But basically you have it on your bed like this, or maybe it's like this. So you have it on your bed like this, and your side goes in this little, the middle part, and then your bump goes against one side, and then your lower back goes against the other. And it's supposed to help you stay on either your right or your left side. And I'm really liking it. It does help a little bit with the aches and pains, I think, but it's still, they're still there. That's just par for the course with pregnancy. Last week, I also seemed to get really emotional easily. That was kind of annoying. Not so much this week, though, thankfully. Baby last week in week 21 was very, very active. I felt him moving every day, especially when I'm sitting still. I can't really feel him when I'm moving around. And they say that your movement kind of lulls the baby to sleep. And then when you're still, they kind of wake up and, you feel them more easily. But I noticed him moving around, especially in response to me drinking hot decaf coffee, and kind of the same, but not quite as strongly, to hot tea. So that's kind of fun. So every time I drink my coffee, I can feel him moving around. So week 22, basically same GI issues. I mentioned we went to Portugal, and so this was my second plane ride, or second plane trip being pregnant. And the first time was really not bad at all. There was really no difference between that and being pregnant. But just a few weeks later, I was a bit more comfortable this time, mostly because of the gas. And I noticed that when we were up in the air, the gas it was just there. And of course you're like around all these people. So I would be up and down to the bathroom trying to like get this gas going, and it just wouldn't budge. But then I noticed after we landed, then the gas pressure went down. So definitely being in the air produces or exacerbates the gas. So that was kind of uncomfortable, and it's starting to become very, very uncomfortable and a bit difficult to bend over from a sitting position, and even bending over from a standing position. So my belly's getting quite big. The baby continues to be active, and especially after I drink the hot drinks. So that's really fun. Last week he kicked my bladder for the very first time, and that was a very interesting experience. It's like you suddenly have to pee. It's really strange and funny. Mostly my energy has been pretty good. Like I felt amazing on our trip to Portugal. We spent a lot of time relaxing. We spent time on the beach. I love, like, Portugal is an amazing country with amazing people. Really should go. I highly recommend it. We went to the Lisbon area and then stayed at a resort that was about an hour north of Lisbon. And then we also went to Nazaré. I think that's how you say it, to see where all the big waves happen. And then we went to Fatima, the shrine at Fatima, for Mass on Sunday. And it was just a really fun, relaxing vacation for our Labor Day weekend. We got back Monday night of this week, and Tuesday I kind of threw up a little bit. It was gross and made me just feel, it was an awful way to start the day. It was because I opened the fridge, and the smells of the food sitting in our fridge over the weekend just really grossed me out. And the rest of the day, I just felt kind of lethargic and icky. And I still feel a little tired today, but doing a lot better. But that was just, it's like you have, even in the second trimester, which is really great, you're still going to have those days where you're tired, lethargic, and you just don't feel like yourself. But overall, I feel really good. I'm getting things done. I'm getting excited about moving back to the States, and time just feels like it's flying. It's good. Okay, so for cravings and aversions, really nothing really. For week 21, I was still liking chips and salsa. That still sounds kind of good. Problem is that salsa always has onions in it. For this week, week 22, no real cravings at all, but the sound of eggs sounds gross. Maybe it's because of the egg whites giving me gas that one time recently. Eggs just don't sound good at all. All right, and then the final category, something new. Oh, I already said this. I got kicked in the bladder for the first time for week 21, so I already said that. And then in week 21, I was starting to chat with my mom, texting my mom about baby shower plans. She and my sister-in-law are planning to host a baby shower for us in Texas. And then also my mother-in-law is planning on doing a shower with hosting it with a couple other family members probably. So everything hinges on when we get military orders to leave Germany and when we actually get out of here. So because, you don't want to be flying really late, close to the due date. And I really want to be done with all travel by the beginning of December. So we'll see. I really, really hope both showers can happen, or at least one shower. My sister-in-law is getting super excited about planning it. She was texting me the other day, and I'm, that's, especially for a first baby, it's so fun. Baby showers are so fun. So I really hope those can happen, but it really just depends on what the military has us do. And then something else that I did last week was I made 2 lists. So I have our baby registries. I have one through Babylist and another one through Target. And so I went through those things and also looked at articles online to make personal lists for myself to see, okay, what is absolutely necessary for the baby, for the first 4 weeks, let's say. okay, you know, the stroller, car seat, those kinds of things that you can't get by without. And then I made a secondary list of things that would be nice to have, but are not absolutely necessary. I wanted to do that so we get a good financial idea of what possibly we will need to spend on baby gear. And then something new for week 22 is that I'm starting to grow out of more clothing. I wore a shirt yesterday that barely covers my belly. My shorts are starting to gap with like the zip up shorts, even with using the belly belt, which I've shown you guys on the videos before. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of shirts especially. I have maternity jeans that somebody gave me, but it's still a little warm here in Germany, so I've been wearing shorts a lot, but I really need to go maternity clothes shopping very soon because I have to retire a couple more shirts, and I'm sure there's going to be more in the next few weeks as well that I will have to stop wearing. And then, oh, one more thing, one thing that's new, that's actually just new as of like half an hour ago, I received a gift that I wanted to show you guys from one of my Instagram friends. And if you're watching this, I already messaged you, but if you're watching this, thank you again so much. It's very, very sweet. It's a girl that I met on Instagram that lives in Austria. She's American, but she married an Austrian, and so she lives in Austria with her family. And she sent me this, let's see, I guess it's a size US 3. It says Euro 90 centimeters, US 3. So it's like a size 3, but it's something for him to grow into. Obviously, you won't be able to wear it right away, but it's this, what's the brand? She just raved about this brand. It's Hannah Anderson. It's organic cotton, and it is so cute. I love it. And she said she's bought this stuff. She has 3 boys and a girl, and she's bought pajamas, and I guess they also sell like children's underwear. And she's bought these for her boys, and they've lasted like 5 years. Like, they're really durable, a little more on the pricey side because it's 100% organic cotton, but really, really well made. And so I just really appreciated that thoughtful gesture from her. And she sent really sweet, a couple sweet notes too. This looks like it zips down all the way. So like down the leg. So that's kind of cool. So thank you again. That was so thoughtful. It is possible to make friends online. Anyway, that's something new for this week. So anyway, that is it for this video. And if you are also pregnant, and whether you're first, second, third trimester, whatever, first, second, third plus baby, let me know in the comments. I really like hearing stories from other pregnant women who are going through this journey with me. So until next time, I'll see you in the comments, and take care.